opting economics as optional paper in UPSC, and I appreciate their decision, because recently one student came to me and revealed the fact that he had got 80% marks in economics optional paper in UPSC, and that is on YouTube, Dr. P.C. Verma Economist channel, that is revealed by him. Economics has become nowadays more marks fetching subject, and very easy for those students who are regular and read economics with interest, not just without knowing anything and reading. Clear conception, conceptualization. Today we are solving the questions asked in UPSC in which year? 2016. 2017. Question number 1B. In that year 2017 in UPSC, every topic is touched in UPSC. What I want to communicate to you, that every year there are 28 questions which are in a way of breakup, but in fact that represents that chapter. So every year, recent trend, that in first paper 28 questions, ABCD if you can.
Yes, sir.
Have you counted?
Yes, sir.
28. And second paper also 28. So it means out of 28, if you attempt 5 questions, then it may be in 5 questions, how many questions you will have to write? 4 into 5? 20. How many questions are there? Total questions number?
8.
8.
Yes.
So out of 28, you will have to write 20. 8 will be alternative.
Yes, sir.
So read each chapter carefully from the starting to end. In monopolistic competition, first of all, we know that Alfred Marshall in 1890 written Principles of Economics, and in that book he had discussed at length perfect competition and monopoly. So it was thought from 1890 to 1890 to 1960, 1950, just after the Second World War. The attitude towards market morphology broadened. Perfect competition and monopoly, these are the two markets read by the neoclassical economist, taught by the neoclassical economist. But from 1920, modern economics starts. From 1920, modern economics starts. In modern economics, it was the first time Edward Hasting Chamberlin, who was American economist. He was born in 1899 and he died in 1967. His book, Theory of Monopolistic Competition, was published in 1962. And before that, he had written Monopoly and Competition and their Regulation in 1954. Then in 1957, he has written towards a more general theory of value in 1957. But finally, theory of monopolistic competition published in 1962. Edward Hasting Chamberlin is considered to be pioneer in this field, and he said that there is neither monopoly nor competition in real life. Real life is a combination of both monopoly and competition. If we take circle, this is competition and this is monopoly, then monopolistic competition means this. This is competition. This is monopoly. And these two mixed into known as monopolistic competition. So monopolistic competition is a market where there is blending of two elements, competition and monopoly, into one. Monopolistic competition market is a market where there is blending of competition and monopoly. That is known as monopolistic competition. In 1890, when Marshall published Principles of Economics, he developed perfect competition market and technique comparative static technology was used. What is comparative static technology? Comparative static technology means this. This is supply and this is demand. Supply, supply, supply. Look here. What is comparative static methodology? Comparative static methodology used by Alfred Marshall. Used by Alfred Marshall in 1890. That demand curve is this, but supply curve will be of variety of types. Again, what he said, that this is supply curve and this is demand curve. Which curve is changing? Which curve is changing? Which curve is changing here? Supply or demand?
Demand.
Demand. So supply curve remains constant and he has shifted only demand curve. Therefore this methodology is known as comparative static methodology. Comparative dynamics means both demand and supply will change. But Marshall has explained his perfect competition market under comparative static methodology. Demand curve changes. Look here. Demand curve changes. D1. But supply curve is constant. What will happen? Look here. This is price. Now price will be shifting with the change in time. With the change in time. P0, P1, P2, P3, Marshall was very fond of discussing things in short run and long run. So this vertical line, this is very, very short run. Very, very short run. And this is called short run. This is called short run. This is called long run. This is called a long run. And one straight line, horizontal line. This is also long run. Y3, this is law of increasing cost. Law of increasing cost. This horizontal line, law of constant cost. Law of constant cost. And this downward sloping S, law of diminishing cost. Law of diminishing cost. What does it mean? It means under comparative static methodology, Marshall discussed perfect competition market, and in that market he has taken different laws of cost and different time. Very short run and long run. Marshall divided the market into three types. That is known as tripartite division of the market. Tripartite division of the market. Three types. Very short run and long run. In fact, we will see competition. In competition, there is known as market period, normal period, secular period. Market period, normal period, secular period. Write it down. Market period, normal period, secular period. Under perfect competition, Marshall divided time element into three parts: market period, normal period, and secular period. But for simplicity, economists spread that under four names. Number one, very, very short period. Number two, short period. Number three, long period. Number four, very, very long period. And under perfect competition, Marshall pointed out six characteristics. What are the six characteristics? Write down. Number one, six characteristics. Number one, large number of buyers and sellers. Number two, perfect knowledge of market conditions. Perfect knowledge of market condition to all buyers and all sellers. Perfect knowledge of market condition to all buyers and all sellers. Number three, homogeneous production. Number four, free entry and free exit. Free entry of new firm into industry. Free entry of new firm into industry. And free exit of old firm from the industry. Next is, there is no transportation cost. There is no transportation cost. Which means there will be a single price for a commodity under competition. Single price under competition.
Single price for a commodity.
Single price of a commodity. There will be a single price of the commodity. There will be single price of the commodity under perfect competition. And last is there is perfect mobility of factors of production. Perfect mobility of factors of production under perfect competition. These are the characteristics of perfect competition. First 1 to 3 is known as pure competition. Just club it. 1 to 3 club and write down pure competition. 1 to 3 pure competition, and all 6 will be perfect competition. So in monopolistic competition we have two terms, competition and monopoly. So it is essential to know the exact meaning of competition. Only then you will mix it. So competition comprises all these things. Competition comprises all these things. And methodology is comparative static, which means demand curve will change and supply curve will remain constant in short run, very short run and long run.
So that means entry due to profit and exit due to loss. There is free entry and free exit.
Yeah.
That means the entry due to profit and exit due to loss.
Yes,
from
you
the
are
market.
right. You are right. Profit will attract new firms,
Yes, sir.
and loss,
To make you out of the.
yes. So you are right. It is profit
Which makes
which attracts new firm, and is a loss which opens the free entry, free exit.
free exit.
And this is quite free. Any new firm can come, any old firm can close and leave the industry. What is important that in economics, suppose this is called industry. This is called industry. Then this will be inside with, this is called farm. This is called farm. And again inside this is called plant. This is called plant. This is called plant. This is called plant. If plant will enter, entry of plant free, but number of firm, but number of firm is constant. Very important thing. Entry of plant free, but number of firm is constant. Any free, any space entry. This situation is known as short run normal period. Short run normal period. Very minute study. Number of farm is constant, but number of plant can increase. This will result in increase in production, but not too much. And another thing that new farm entry, this is called long run. This will lead to more increase in production because farm will be established. This is called long run. And when no entry of plant, no entry of farm, this is called very, very short run. Very, very short run. Very, very short run. Very, very
Short.
What is very, very short run?
No entry of plant.
No entry of
Plant.
no entry of
Plant.
and
No entry of farm.
no entry of
Farm.
farm. Watch good. No entry of farm. So what we have seen that under competition, plant, farm and industry, these three are used. Edward Hasting Chamberlin said that in monopolistic competition, the name will be group. What will be name? Group. And inside, this is called individual farm. Individual farm. So group is a collection of farms. Right now, under monopolistic competition, there is no coinage of industry. Industry is coined only under perfect competition, and it was coined by Alfred Marshall. But Edward Chamberlain said that we will call it group.
Under monopolistic competition there is no.
There is no concept of industry, there is concept of group. There is concept of group. Under monopolistic competition, price adjustment. Product differentiation. Brand product. Brand type. Product. Price adjustment, product differentiation, or brand type product. Selling cost, advertisement outlay. This is PA, this is PD, this is SC. PA plus PD plus SC. PA PD monopolistic competition individual firm profit maximization, group normal profit, entry due to profit, exit short run individual firm may get supernormal profit, normal profit or loss, but group equilibrium under normal profit, group equilibrium under normal profit. Long run excess capacity exists in firms. This is AR, this is MR, This is short-term average cost. This is lowest point. This is short-term marginal cost. This is equal to MR is equal to MC. Case 1, supernormal profit. Under monopolistic competition, there are 3 types of equilibrium. Number 1 is price adjustment. Number 2 is product differentiation. Number 3 is selling cost. Price adjustment means what price firm will charge. Firm will try to get maximum profit. But in the group there are many new firm entry due to the profit. So firm may be in normal profit, firm may be in supernormal, or maybe in a loss. But when there is a group equilibrium, there will always be normal profit. Because group equilibrium will take place when there is neither entry of the firm nor exit of the firm. That point is known as group equilibrium. That point is known as group, neither entry nor exit of the firm. Neither entry nor exit of the firm. That is called clear? Neither entry nor exit. That is the number. So under monopolistic competition, there is price adjustment. It is not told